Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to do just a really quick, short, sweet review of my new US General Series 3 72-inch toolbox. This whole thing, this bottom tool chest, it's like $16.99 at Harbor Freight. This is $6.99. This is the workstation hutch. And as you can see, I also have the icon LED light. It's on a little magnet sensor right here, so anytime the door closes, shuts the light off. Never had that before, and I really like it. Overall, when I first got this thing, I made a video on my TikTok page, and just showing this, the number one thing that everybody always says is it's not deep enough. Bear in mind, these are built to a price point, and they are also built for people just looking to get started with their tool storage. So this isn't going to be a comparison between this or a Matco or a Snap-on or anything like that. That's not what we're doing here. This is just overall, is this worth your money? Because I think this is still less than 3,000 bucks for this entire setup. And first off, I will say, yeah, I think it's worth it. I was planning on getting one of these once I seen it at SEMA anyway. In the fall, I guess they are releasing the end lockers, which I plan to get as well, because I'm going to put a locker down there and I'm going to put a locker on this end, which will eventually help me get rid of this rack, which I can't stand because it's not organized and it's a mess. I mean, that's as organized as I can get it. But let's take a look at these drawers. I'll bring you guys in a little bit closer and show you how I have this kind of set up and organized. All right, so we'll just go ahead and start with my top, biggest, deepest drawer. And that's where I basically keep all of my sockets, all of my hand tools. We'll bust out the tape measure and take some measurements here. I believe it's about 19.5 to 20 inches of depth. And then height-wise, it's about 5 inches. Length, 52. So this whole one drawer is just as long as my last entire box was. So this for me works perfect. And as you can see, I mean, all of my hand tools and sockets and everything fit in here perfectly. So that's it for the top drawer. The smaller drawer underneath it, I've got like my wrenches, my random stuff, my gum wheels, sandpapers. This one again is 19.5 to 20 inches in depth, 52 long, and this one's only 2.5 tall, but honestly, for all of this kind of stuff, it works really nice. And then obviously you have your varying sizes going down the front of the box. I keep my sanding blocks, all my linear blocking tools blocks in here. Got my body hammers, some more wrenches, a couple of spare batteries in there. Plastic pry tools, a couple of electric tools. My extra UV cups in there. My bottom drawer just has, you know, kind of my catch-all. I've got my stuff for my VersaFlow, some extra color match cards, and just random stuff in that. I have my backpack over here. Fits in this giant drawer. It's just my camera gear. Bring you in close for this drawer. So this is going to be your power drawer. Obviously you have all your outlets. I have my charger with my UV lamp in here. Notice I don't have my Milwaukee rapid charger in here because it is too tall with an M18 battery on it. Unfortunately, it doesn't close. It's not the end of the world. I have it on a different table across the way here, and it works perfectly fine. Let's get into a couple of little things, little complaints, I guess, I have about this box, but really with the price point, they're not really complaints because that's what I expect from this price point. All right, so my first complaint is something I noticed almost rather right away, was the door for this top hutch. Anytime I'm down here writing something and I go to stand up, I immediately smack my head. I don't know if that's like a thing on a lot of these boxes that have workstation hutches like that. It might be. But one solution that I could see working perfect for that is to create just a riser or a riser with one large drawer on top. Because realistically, I just need an extra 4 to 5 inches of headroom here, and then it would be perfect. The second complaint that I have with this is the way that you have to slide these little unlock deals on each drawer versus just pulling on them. I would have rather not had this and just had it to where you pulled it open. Other than those two things, honestly, I don't have a lot to complain about. This thing, the locks work great. I use that every night, close it up, lock it up. I'm not worried about anybody getting into it. The light, the icon light, works fantastic. It does come with this little shelf with this workstation, which I just keep all of my ROs and my paperwork and stuff in there. This is another Harbor Freight magnet setup. I just keep my Colad UV stuff in it. This little rack comes with it, so I've got my pry tools, my permanent marker, flashlight, things like that on it. What else here? Overall, this thing, the drawers are nice and strong. I wouldn't stand in them. I've seen videos of guys doing that and snap-ons and Matcos. I definitely wouldn't do that. They aren't as sturdy as a snap-on or Matco, but like I said, these are built to a price point, so it's kind of to be expected. But this is a ton of weight in chrome sockets and wrenches and stuff, and that it's holding it just fine. Like I honestly have no complaints. Now here's another thing. I like that this thing isn't super wide or super deep, because if you guys noticed, I don't have a ton of space to be sacrificing having a toolbox that sticks all the way out here. I do want this thing pushed up against the wall, kind of out of my way, so it's there when I need it. So for me, this is honestly as big of a toolbox outside of the lockers that I'm ever going to need, because as you can see, it's like I've already got it filled up. I've got everything I need in this, outside of a few of my electric tools that are kind of just out because I've been using them. I've been super happy with it. The finish, I love the red with the black. Honestly, I'm going to get the black lettering kit and trim kit for my little polishing cart, because then it just matches and looks nice. But yeah, the finish was super nice. It arrived not dented up, not messed up in any way. This also has the pretty heavy duty casters with the springs. It doesn't have the one in the center like I've seen on some Husky boxes. My coworker has a really nice 72-inch Husky. His has casters in the middle, but he doesn't have springs on any of them. This one has springs. I haven't noticed any kind of bowing or anything like that after I got it loaded, so I think we're good there. As for the build quality of this thing, I honestly, for the less than 3,000 bucks for what you're getting here, to me, I think it's worth it. This is what I wanted to get anyway. So I've been super, super pleased with it. I don't think you guys will be mad with this purchase. I've seen these, the Huskies have come a long way. My coworker has one. For me, honestly, you can't really go wrong with these US General, the Icons. They're a step up in price, but they are bigger. They are built with higher quality materials. Brands such as Husky from Home Depot. A lot of these stepped up to give you the features of those really fancy Snap-on and Matco boxes at a price point that guys like you and me can swallow. This, I think all in is like $2,600, which, yeah, that sounds like a lot, but $2,600 for what you get. This right here in a comparable big name brand would be $10,000 plus. So keep that into consideration, that yes, you're not going to get like the overall like weight in each drawer. You might not get the depth in each drawer, You might not get the fancy colors and like being able to customize it. If you want all of that, I mean, you can go onto their website, Harbor Freight's website, and you can customize the Icon series boxes, just like you can a Matco or a Snap-on. Customize them out exactly how you want it, the exact layouts you want, colors and yada yada yada, and it still comes in cheaper than anything of like the big name brands. So keep that in mind when you guys are shopping for toolboxes. I know a lot of guys were excited to see like my thoughts on this thing. And truth be told, I've seen it at SEMA. I played with it a lot at SEMA. I was very excited to see it. I liked the Series 2 boxes, and I was really just trying to get my money right so I could pick one up because I had simply outgrown that Milwaukee. I had a Milwaukee 52-inch, and I just had too much stuff for it. So this is a welcome upgrade, and I definitely would recommend this thing if you guys are looking at tool storage and you want something that's not going to break the bank and that looks pretty dang good doing it. I think the Series 3 is honestly a pretty decent choice. So anyway, that's my thoughts on this US General Series 3 72-inch. If you guys have any questions about this or concerns, whatever the case may be, let me know in the comment section. I can make an update video on this thing as I really get it built out, and I will make an update this fall when I add the end lockers so you guys can see those. But yeah, so far, please, super happy with this thing. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you hit the little bell next to it, that just lets you know when I drop a new video. Most of these, I'm gonna try to crank out 1 or 2 a week. So I will be working more on building this page. So appreciate everybody that's joined me thus far. So until the next time, thanks for watching.